guys, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. So in this video we are going to talk about NVH on our Tremec shifter. Transmission was just installed. It was perfectly fine. I did try the Triac shifter and that did make noise. I took that out and went back to the Tremec stock shifter. Everything has been great. And then last summer, I think it's been 2 years now, it has, this June, that I've had the Tremec. Last summer it started a little, nothing bad, just a little rattle, certain RPMs, and it's just gotten worse. Now it's in first gear, it rattles really bad, 3,000 RPM, so it makes me a little bit nervous to drive. So anyways, I'm seeing that a lot of Tremec owners are having a similar issue, and I don't know if this is going to fix it or not. I do have a very rigid suspension in the rear. It's all Steeda with the upper link, the spherical upper link is be all solid. I also have the solid bushing lower control arms, which really aren't bad because those went on first when I had the BMR bushing style upper control arm, and that didn't seem to make too much difference. The upper control arm does make a lot of noise on the road. You hear it thumping over all the bumps. So this is the Steeda spherical link upper control arm, and you can see every time that axle flex, this was a clunking sound I heard. Now this is one of the things why I wanted to change this anyways. But being that it's all a solid piece, all this vibration is going to resonate up into the chassis and cause more NVH into the car. So the BMR piece has that big old bushing, and it's going to flex a little, and it's going to absorb those vibrations. That helped with vibration. I don't know if it helped with the noise in the shifter. We found the shifter was loose. We tightened that. That seemed to work better. And then I stripped the shifter all the way down, took everything off, drove it down the road, and hardly got any vibration. So I reassembled everything and put some Teflon tape to get it nice and snug so it wouldn't vibrate. And that helped, but it didn't get rid of the buzz. And then I find later the buzz got worse again. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So we just took it apart again today, and I wanted it to totally disassemble. And one of my goals were, and I'm trying to remember, when we had the training put in, we went immediately to a Triac shifter, and I remember that being installed with silicone and not a gasket. That's what I remember, but sometimes my memory fails me. So we're going to take it back down today because why? I cannot find the root cause of the vibration. Why it's bugging me so bad is that this training didn't have it before, but it developed it later. So upon my disassembly, here's what I found. And I think I found the root cause. And this might be your guys' problem. I don't know. So right about midway of owning the transmission, I wanted that classic look. Okay? So we went to a white Tremec ball. We took it apart, right? As I was taking my shifter apart to get down to my gasket, because the next thing was to see if it's got a gasket, and I was going to put grease in it. But this is what I found. So I'm not going to go any further. I'm not going to create any more work for myself. You guys may have the same issue. When we went to the white Tremec shifter ball, guess what? It needed a threaded insert. That insert is loose. It's moving, right? You can move it. And I'm going to show you what we found and then I'm going to show you how much it moves. My black Tremec ball does not need an insert. That's a smaller thread diameter, and it's machined or made right into the ball. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. This was what came with the transmission. This is what came later. And it's hard to show you in this video, but I can tell you that thing's got slop in it. So when I took it apart, it had a bunch of junk in it. I made that change. I remembered I had an insert in there to get it to fit. Now, this may not be your guys' issue, but I do want to share another thing. I went and checked the transmission angle. It's actually at a 3 positive. My rear differential angle was at a 1 negative. Okay, so according to BMR, you want to be 2 degrees less than your transmission angle, which correct drive line angle needs to be a positive 1, 2 less from a positive 3. So we readjusted, and again, like I said, that seemed to help, but it didn't get rid of it. I'm gonna guess what I found with this is going to correct our issue 90%. We'll get it back together, we'll make sure it's nice and snug, and we'll go back down the road and provide you guys a video. Okay, we are rolling. So I would be ecstatic if this cured my problem. So cold start with the black key, which is not as violent as the I'm being kind to the neighbors as the red. Side pipes are closed off, and we got the Steeda Mustang GT mufflers on, which I'm liking a lot. Nice deep tone to them. Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to get a lot of these little quirks out of the car, and I'm getting there. That was one of my goals. We're also working on an Ortiz tune where the car is set up now, and then we have a fully ported CJ intake that's going to be going on with the twin 65mm throttle body. So we'll have that on hopefully by the end of September. Problem. Oh, this is unbelievable. What else we got going on with the car? Yeah, so we got a little whine out of our 410 gears. I got some Dynamat coming in. We'll do a video on that, and we're going to see if we can quiet the sound down. You will be able to hear the whine a little bit, hopefully, in this video. This 90-degree heat, the air is really bad. It's if there is a gasket, my other fix was to, I got this Schaefer's grease. I think it's a 9110. I'll do another video on that to finalize this. But we'll pack some grease in there. It's a sticky grease, like I said, high temp. And I know there was grease in there originally, and that will also help, you know, quiet it down. Let's hope it gets that little itch off. But I mean, that's awesome. Listen to it. I'm happy. I'm happy with that. So the plan with the Dynamat is to seal off the whole area under the seat. Make sure that section is quiet, or covered, I should say. And this makes a big difference, guys. A big difference in this shifter. Wow. All that time. Who would have known? It does feel tighter here. Great news, I think. Crazy fine. Who would have guessed? And knowing that, what I really couldn't figure out is why, when I first got my Tremec, it didn't vibrate, and then all of a sudden it started vibrating. But I never put two and two together with the white knob. And again, it did get worse. It didn't start out as noisy as it was progressive, and it could have been the changes, all the changes that were made. And you know, when you're making all those changes to your car, take good notes, because things get missed. This is a super, who would have known? Like I said, I remember assembling it and getting the piece for it, but I never thought that every fitting creates a vibration on the shaft of the shifter. So a big score, and hopefully that fixes your guys's. Just remember, anything vibrating, drive shaft, all that resonates up into the transmission. Driveline angles, very important. Make sure you're correct there. Follow up with your supplier, whoever you got your upper control arm from. You know, use your suppliers. They're the guys with all the knowledge. But again, I'm here, real world, trying to, you know, solve real world Mustang problems, right? And I think we made a good score today. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Remember to give me that thumbs up, and like and subscribe, and appreciate your support. You guys all have a great day. Take care.